I'm here today with Dr. Bruce Eshelman from the Biological Sciences Department, simply to talk about equipment that we use in our classes. Could you tell us a little bit about this piece of machinery?
Sure. This is a ICP, inductively coupled plasma machine. And what it's for is it will measure the amount of a particular element in a sample. We can program the machine to give us an idea of the amount of arsenic or a suite of heavy metals, for instance, arsenic, mercury, lead, chromium, cadmium, in one sample of the tissue that we're looking at. And so we use that to assess environmental science kinds of things, and a variety of things for our students.
Why is it important that our students have access to high-tech machines like this?
Well, our primary function on this campus is undergraduate education. And this lab has a tremendous amount of work. A lot of students come in here, will do undergraduate research projects on this machine. It's a state-of-the-art piece of equipment. When students leave here, they will, if they're interested in chemistry or biology or environmental science, they will likely be required to use this kind of a machine. It's imperative that we have a chance to teach them how to use these kinds of machines and show them what their options are.
Could you talk a little bit about the process we go through to acquire a machine like this?
Well, sure. The first things we do is we set up the kinds of parameters that we want to have the machine do for us, and we look at the available machines that are out there. And then we go through a rather lengthy process of putting out bids and stuff like that, and then we purchase the equipment.
Well, obviously one of the things we've talked about is the need for flexibility in terms of purchasing. And this is an example of something where we purchase that clearly we're a type of organization within the state. Very few, there are only colleges and universities that use machines like this. And so obviously our purchasing process needs to be quite different for something like this.
Yeah, and it needs to be streamlined. I mean, when we put a request in for this kind of a machine, there's not much else that will do this.
Right.
And so what we need is what we prescribe, and the sooner we get it here for the students, the better.
I'm standing here in front of Highland Hall, our recently completed, back in 2009, College of Business and Economics building. And this is a building that, wonderful building, but I'm talking a little bit about our need for construction flexibilities. In the process of building this building, we've spent almost $2 million. $2 million of the $40 million was spent on management fees to have it managed by someone external from campus. Our hope is to gain the flexibilities to allow us to manage projects like this, and if we're able to do that, we're able to save money that can be used other places on the campus, other places in this building to make it an even better building. Over the past 5 or 6 years, UW-Whitewater has put a considerable amount of attention to energy savings to try to become more efficient, more responsible, more caring for our environment. This building, Highland Hall, is an example where we've put solar panels on the top. We have a number of other features designed to save energy. Similarly, with our new residence hall, Starren Hall, we've tried to do as much as we can to save energy. One of the flexibilities we're asking for is a flexibility in terms of funding that will allow us to use the savings that we have been responsible for, allowed to keep those rather than giving them back to the state. This will allow us to really develop more energy efficiencies on our campus and continue this process. We're also asking for flexibilities in the area of positions and human resources. We're asking to take more control over the human resources we have on our campus. Clearly, many of the categories that are available for state workers don't fit with the university with its unique demands for personnel. Obviously, we hire with a national and international market, so we really need to be freed to be able to compete for the talent that we need to provide outstanding educational opportunities for our students.